hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. China Bull, how goes it? Angry Turbot. Thank you to Arsenal Munch and a couple other people for the hosts as we were booting up the stream. Big thanks to them, especially to Sean. Thank you, thank you. What's up, everyone? Gathering Meg, Boffy, Eddie Frederick, Julius Trader. How you doing tonight? I sound like Santa Claus. Alright. I don't know if that's a good thing. Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to the stream. I would probably make a good Santa Claus. I might have to apply for that. If this magic thing doesn't work out, I can ring one of those bells on the sidewalk. Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to Walmart. Oh, what's up, everyone? Oh, good to see ya, good to see ya. Outside of a Pauper GPR Pro Tour, playing Pauper is probably the most exposure the format can get. Well, I did a Pauper deck tech today. So that was cool for Affinity for our Tier Thursday instant deck tech. That deck is apparently the best deck now that Peregrine Drake is gone. So interesting. So this deck is like Santa's version of giving Magic players coal for their present. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I can walk around and hand out treasure chests and booster packs, standard showdown booster packs containing Overgrown Tomb expeditions. Yeah, this deck looks sweet. It is different than the most common builds of that. So, question for everyone in the chat. So, I did an instant deck tech for this deck. I called it White-Black Hatebears. So, and I got yelled at by a lot of people saying, no, this is actually Death and Taxes. So, is this, what is the difference? What makes one of these decks Death and Taxes? What makes the other one Hatebears? Is there a specific card or combination of cards that differentiates between those two archetypes? I do not know. I don't know. I use them interchangeably, but I got yelled at for calling this Hatebears. I always thought they were the same too. How does it feel to be using Hatebears to kind of lock and not just straight lock opponents? It's still good. I mean, Leonin Arbiter is not as good as Stasis, but I can make do. You can't have it all. Yeah, maybe Death and Taxes is better as white and black. I could see that being a good argument, because black is kind of death, white, taxes, I guess. We have a new subscriber, Funky G774. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Let's give a big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. This deck is more like Death and Taxes, indeed. So let's do our reminders, and we will get into this sweet deck. I'm excited for this deck. I've never actually played this style of Hatebears deck, and I really like it because it does things I like to do, like landlock people with Leonin Arbiter. In some ways, you could think of this deck as a sort of upgrade to our last budget Magic deck, the mono white Blink deck, because it is somewhat similar. It's not as Blink based, but it's a somewhat similar idea. You got the Blade Splicers, you got Blink and Displacers and Flicker Wisp. You don't have as many enter the battlefield things, no Wall of Omens. Instead, Dark Confidant is our card advantage, and a single Athreos, which is pretty spicy. Quantum Quasar, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Let's give a big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. New to Standard and usually try to play blue, having trouble against Green-Black Delirium. Is there any Graveyard Hate or sideboard cards good against it for Standard? Any advice for the matchup? Well, Wizards did not put any Graveyard Hate in the Standard, which is really frustrating. Hopefully it happens in Aether Revolt. We'll see. If you're dealing with Emrakul, Not stubborn denial. Summary dismissal is probably your best sideboard option because it gets rid of Emrakul and the trigger. Even just, yeah, I mean, ceremonious rejection, maybe. It depends on your splash color. Stasis Snare can be good in some situation. Wraths are good. Fumigates or Descend Upon the Fisherman are sinful. So those are good options as well. What was the new merch from a couple of days ago? I don't think it's been announced yet. I didn't look at the merch page today. Maybe Richard put it up without me realizing it. If you want merch, check out the merch page. Tokens, t-shirts, all that stuff. It is not up yet, so I don't think I can spoil it yet. But, yeah, I don't think I can spoil it. I think it's supposed to get listed this week, though. Panharmonicon is super sweet. Descend is one of my favorite underplayed cards in Standard right now. Yeah, it is a good one. Schneely? Welcome to the Fishbowl, Schneely, and thank you so much for your subscription. Let's give a big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it will be over the weekend or something. I thought Richard said it was going up this week, but maybe I'm jumping the gun, but I don't want to spoil it. I get yelled at if I spoil things too much, so let's do the reminders. We'll talk about the deck and then get in this league, and then we'll have time to talk about whatever we want. So first off, of course, our stream sponsor, Wizardry Foundry, getting ready for Christmas, has a sweet holiday collection with some good deals, so make sure to check them out. They got a gift guide and some really cool deck boxes and dice and stuff, so big thanks to them for supporting the stream, and supporting them is another awesome way that you can support the stream. So, also, of course, MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube, check that out. If you want to find old streams. Yeah, we had to, oh my goodness, winning with Baron Glory, I felt so bad because we had to play so poorly to make it happen, but we got there. We had to, like, intentionally not kill our opponent when we probably could have. But the things you have to do to win with Against the Odds. For the next Against the Odds, can I make Liliana the Veil work in the most competitive modern Grixis deck possible? I don't know about that. How's Athreos for me? Well, we're about to figure it out. This will be my first game ever with this deck once we join this league. So hopefully it's good. How can this beat Tron? I'm assuming just like Ghost Quarters and Leonin Arbiters is the main goal against Tron. So we'll see. Sinks of the final word in the sideboard for blue-white flash in Standard instead of Jace or something else against Control, yay or nay. Sphinx could be good. It's probably worth trying. Cryptic Toast, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Let's give a big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. So this deck, Death and Taxes, White Black Hatebears, whatever you want to call it. You can kind of think of it like an upgraded version of our budget Magic deck. What we got going on is basically just some really disruptive stuff. It's an Ether Vial deck, lets us cheat on mana, and also play things at instant speed, use our lands for other stuff like Ghost Quartering. But pretty much, Leonin Arbiter helps us disrupt our opponent's mana. Thalia disrupts our opponent's non-creature spells. Dark Confidant gives us a bit of card advantage. Then we have like Flicker Wisps and Displacers to just do some tricky things. We can blink our Blade Splicers, blink our Flicker Wisp to get rid of opponent's lands or Planeswalker or something. Save our creatures. Ether Vial is really sweet because it lets us put Flicker Wisp in at instant speed to save something from removal. So we're kind of just being tricky and trying to get our opponent with those little advantages. As far as the sideboard, people have been asking, so we have more Hatebears, and they're pretty straightforward. We have 3 Ethersworn Canonists, which are good against anything that's playing a lot of spells in one turn. Forge Tender is good against red spells, also like Conflagrate and some of the combo decks. Yixid Jailer for Dredge primarily, but maybe like Snapcaster decks too. Kataki's War's Wage Kataki War's Wage for Affinity, Fracturing Gust for Affinity, also Boggles, and a couple of Dismembers. So, interesting build. We don't have any discard, so I'll be interested to see how this actually works out. This is an interesting take on the archetype. So, Yixid Jailer, I believe, is in this deck is because of Athreos. Our one Athreos lets us get our stuff back from the graveyard, and it might not be worth it. It might just be that we're better off siding out Athreos and siding in Rest in Peace. But with Yixid Jailer, we still get our stuff back with Athreos. Lil Wolf 2005 with the 2-month resub. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. 2 months in a row. You are awesome. So let's jump into Modern League. Let's go with Friendly since first games with this deck. See if we can actually win some treasure chests. Hopefully tonight this league will not be super mega long, which would mean maybe some Momir at the end. So many requests for Momir. People love that format. And then Sunday, oh my god, Lantern Control, my new addiction, coming out for Much Brew. Oh my goodness, it is so much fun. I love that. I love that deck. We might end up playing it on stream too, just because I love it so much. So Lantern Control is super awesome. I'm glad I finally picked it up. Would it be worth playing the new Thalia in decks like this as well? Non-basics and creatures entering tap seems pretty good. I think it could be worth it as like a 1 or 2 of. Who makes the music for the podcast? I do not know the answer to that. Richard found it? I'm not actually sure who the musician is, though. Yes, yes, yes. Hopefully our league will not go super crazy long, and then we'll be able to do a game or 2 of Momir at the end. How did I manage to... did I manage to get to play Tron with Lantern? I don't think I've played Tron yet, actually. I don't know how that match goes. We do a league with it for Much Brew, and I was impressed with it. It went well, I thought so. Especially considering you literally, and this is probably a horrible idea, but you literally get to see my first ever matches with Lantern Control, which is known to be a pretty hard deck. So, first time ever playing the deck, jump right into a league and just hope for the best. Ooh, alright. This sounds pretty good. Is there any way you could share a link to the playlist used during streams? It's now my go-to background music for playing Magic. Ooh, I gotta work that out. I'm gonna have to like type it up or something. I have it in Windows Media Player, and I'm not sure how to export the playlist. I tried to do it once and couldn't figure it out. We'll keep this. I mean, we got a Vial, we got an Arbiter, and a Ghost Quarter to strip mine our opponent. I do not have a good answer to why Kytheon. It seems a little strange, but this is one of our instant deck tech decks, so I didn't actually build the deck from scratch. Ooh, I like Dark Confidant. Well, we're just going to play Ether Vial. Ether Vial is one of the best turn 1 plays in all of... Oh, well, this is not too scary. Oh, for some reason, we always play decks that are very good at beating Blood Moon decks. I guess if they can kill our Vials, that would be bad, but... Let's just play a Vial, play a Shambling Vent, and pass the turn. Kytheon is a good 1-drop. Yeah, so... Most of the music is downloaded from, like, Bandcamp and other weird sites, so I can get music that is royalty-free for YouTube and so forth. So Windows Media Player was just the easiest way to do it. There's probably a better way, but the music that's on, like, Spotify and stuff, which I use for listening, isn't royalty-free, so that causes issues. Alright, let's take our Vials up. Yeah, this looks like Sun and Moon. Alright, there goes Kytheon. Yeah, that's fine. Take up our Vials. Play a Godless Shrine. Tapped. Pass the turn. We can Violent Bob end of turn, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't die. I think we're going to go for it, though. So, Violent Dark Confidant. Please don't kill it. Yes! Alright. So, we actually get a Dark Confidant trigger. See what we get here. Sierra Avenger. Well, let's Violent Sierra Avenger. We'll add counters. I think 3 and 2 is where we want to... Ooh. Man, that Blood Moon is ruining our day, but... Alright, play the Plains, pass the turn. We're never going to have colorless mana for this Displacer, unfortunately. Vikings or Cowboys tonight. I assume the Cowboys will win, but I don't have super strong feelings. If anything, I dislike the Cowboys because when I was a kid, they continually beat the Bills in the Super Bowl. And I like the Bills because I'm from New York, so... Alright, Vials are staying the same from here on out. 3 and 2 is where we want them. Another Godless Shrine. Well, hit our opponent, kill our opponent Chandra. I don't know why. I guess a basic waste is probably not great for the mana base. But I don't think we have a main deck way to deal with Blood Moon, unfortunately. There's the Wrath. We get to Violent Displacer. Leave Vials the same. I think Tyrod has potential. I'm not super anti-Tyrod like some people are. Bills fans are really back and forth on Tyrod, but I like Tyrod. Oh, I was hoping Thalia would prevent another Wrath, but apparently not. Alright, there's Nahiri. At least if our opponent ticks down Nahiri on Displacer, we just kill it, so it's not a great Nahiri. Another Dark Confidant would be nice. I don't know what else we're looking for. Flicker Wisp gets us out from under Blood Moon for a turn. Alright, opponent's going to just get rid of Displacer. This game is going to be very awkward. So, leave our Ether Vials. Ugh. Well, attack Nahiri, kill Nahiri, play Godless Shrine, pass the turn. If I ever want to practice against Tron, oh man, I want to avoid Tron. Oh, I hate playing against Tron. Oh, Gideon. We probably just lose to Gideon here. Especially since we are not drawing action. Flicker Wisp. Alright. Well, our opponent's out of cards. Flicker Wisp can potentially... What does Gideon enter with? 6 counters? I don't even know if it's worth playing Flicker Wisp here. Let's not. We can probably get more value out of it later. Do I have a... If I don't have a LGS, do I recommend MTGO? Very much. I think that MTGO is... It's good anyway, and good for everyone, but it's especially good if you don't have a local game store close by. Well, we're going to take 6 here. Then we're going to Violin our Seer Avenger. Saving our Flicker Wisp to save our Seer Avenger from the removal spell. Unfortunately, it won't come back till the end of our next turn. So we don't actually get to kill Gideon. Well, there's Dark Confidant. That's not bad. Card advantage is very good. So get in at Gideon. Put Gideon down to 3. Get back Seer Avenger. Hopefully our opponent's out of burn spells, or if they use them, they go at our face. Or kill our things on board. We really just want Bob triggers. Opponent has, Nahiri, so many Planeswalkers. Ticks up Gideon. Alright. Kills a creature. Well, hopefully they are out of Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix would really get us. Could have bounced a Blood Moon and attacked with Vent. Yeah, maybe that would have been the better line. Ooh, another Dark Confidant. So let's kill Gideon. I think this is working out. I feel like we're in pretty good shape. So it would have been better to flicker Blood Moon. Is that the consensus? Well, let's put in... Oh, how greedy are we? Let's just put in Arbiter. I think that's fine. Save our Bob for later. Alright, we take one. We do gotta watch our life total with this Bob out here. Ooh, Flicker Wisp is a good draw. Actually, do we even care about Nahiri? Not really. Let's send everything at our opponent. Put our opponent to 4. Might as well play the other Vial. I think we're good. I think we should have it, because we can Vial in Flicker Wisp to get rid of Blood Moon now, Vial in Dark Confidant. Even if our opponent, like, wraths our board, I think we're good. I think we win, like, through a Blood Moon, most likely. Alright, Ether Vial, the Flicker Wisp, Flicker the Blood Moon. Unless our opponent has, like, instant speed Wrath or something, then we should just win here. All the Vials in the world. We get a Plains, put a counter on this one. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's nice to put our opponent on a 2-turn clock, though, here. I think that makes it worth it. So play the Plains, fire up our Shambling Vent, attack with everything at our opponent. Do they really have a way out of this? Is it possible to always know? I use Fulminator in this build when I run Athreos. Ooh, Fulminator Athreos is a sweet combo. I like the sounds of that. Yeah, I guess Triple Bolt would have done it. Do we even have any good sideboarding stuff for this? Double Blessed Alliance. Oh yeah, Double Blessed Alliance would have been good too. I guess we can, maybe we go down Kytheon and go up Forge Tender. Because I think our opponent, I believe our opponent will be playing Anger of the Gods. So we can go down Kytheon, go up Forge Tender. And probably nothing else, I guess? Fracturing Gust doesn't seem very good. That's true. I didn't think about that. Oh god. I don't even know how to time out a bot. SCG Invitational does start tomorrow. Path out? Yeah, okay. Let's leave an A path and bring the Kytheons back in. We'll leave one just as like a hedge if they have Gideon. And we don't really have anything else good to bring in, so this seems pretty fine. Yixa Jailer is awesome against Dredge. Cards in graveyards lose all abilities. Do we risk this? Yeah, I think Kytheon is essentially just a 1-drop. Jailer actually really is good against Dredge. Let's try it. This hand seems all right. Our opponent's mulliganing. I'm gonna be greedy. I mean, we have cards that are good against our opponent. Forge Tender is good, and Thalia is good, and we have 2 Thalias. Wouldn't it shut down? It wouldn't shut down Snapcaster? The card wouldn't lose... The card wouldn't lose flashback? Huh. We're not mulliganing. Oh, heart of the cards, heart of the cards. This is the Freak Fandango Orchestra, music-wise. Yes, Invitational is tomorrow. Should be interesting. Modern should be interesting. Okay. That makes sense about Snapcaster. Oh, this Thalia art's not that bad. And it definitely is not like Serum Visions. Oh, goodness. The Serum Visions has to be some of the worst art ever on a Magic card. Oh, that is true, Zero. We probably will just not cast a spell. Land? Come on. Land? Ah-ha-ha! Alright, our greed has paid off. With a Tech Edge. So now we have Anger covered with Forge Tender, and we have other stuff somewhat covered with Thalia. So this hand actually seems pretty sweet. Oh, that's right, GP Denver and an Invitational. Tons of Magic to watch this weekend, which is sweet. I mean, this is the epitome of a Hatebear hand. So many 2-powered creatures for 2 mana. Oh, we're drawing all... Oh, man. This hand is actually looking really good. We were... Apparently, in hindsight, we were very correct to keep this. Because we have Thalia, and we're just going to strip mine our opponent next turn with Ghost Quarter, which is going to make things even harder with Thalia out there. Oh, come on, no Blessed Alliance. Alright. I guess Thalia would prevent that. First time at the stream, how would someone go about getting cards signed by me? Well, Mind Sculptor, you can send me an email. I'm in the process of getting... Alright, we're going to let that go. In the process of getting that figured out. A way to do the card signings. I gotta get like a post office box or something so people can send stuff to me. In the meantime, we do have the tokens, if you want a signed token. Well, we're just going to Arbiter, Ghost Quarter, Strip Mine this temple. So Arbiter makes it so can't search your library unless nobody can search your library, but you can pay 2 to ignore it until end of turn. And Ghost Quarter is a combo with Arbiter. Yeah, I got stuff I have to do this weekend too, but I should be able to watch a decent amount of it. Opponent Blood Moons. Jeez. Exiling a Spirit Guide? Okay. And Arid Mesa. Well, we could use one of our 3 basic planes. Or a Ether Vial. Otherwise, we're just trusting on old Arbiter here to get the job done. Oh, we don't have Goblin tokens yet, do we? Or, no, we do have a Goblin token. Well, get 20 Goblin tokens. So, question is this enough to win the game? Leonin Arbiter and a Burrington Forge Tender. We can't cast spells. We only have... I don't think we have any swamps, and we have 2 planes. So our odds of getting actual mana, not super high. A planes would be no... Oh my goodness! Oh no. Well, that is a problem. Planes? Vial? Alright, there's a Vial. Vial gives us a slight bit of hope. So we gotta try to keep this Nahiri in check the best we can. In a couple turns, we can start vialing stuff in. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they had removal, but having double Spirit Guide to actually be able to cast their stuff after our Strip Bind was bad. My version of Black-White Hatebears runs 2 basic swamps in case I get Blood Mooned. I can see the wisdom in that. Opponent discards a land. If they find a way to kill our Vial, or like a needle for our Vial, then we are in super rough shape. What's my favorite Pauper deck? Blue-Black Teachings, I think, is my favorite. I don't play that much Pauper, but I really like that one. It is against the odds, can we draw planes? Although Vial makes it a little less scary. And we get to keep pinging in at Nahiri. Just trying to make sure it doesn't ultimate. Pass the turn. Come on. Even if we get one more on tap and get down Thalia, I'll feel a little better. Yes, good call. We do not want to let our Vial get Nahiri'd. Opponent ticks up, discards a plains. We could use one of those. Oh, no! Oh, and they draw it. Oh, my God. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Not a plains. Well, I think this ends with... Jeez. Woo! This ends with our opponent getting Emrakul and killing us. Yeah, that was a good one. Stony Silence gets us good here. The sad thing is, I think this mana base could support way more planes. We're not playing that many black spells. So having only 3 planes is pretty greedy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Alright, game on. Not over yet. Speaking of against the odds, we got one of our 3 planes, so Magic can actually be played. Let's start with Thalia. Make sure they can't play like a Gideon or something. Pass the turn. Whoo! Alright, alright. No, you're gonna kill it? Alright, Lightning Helix, sure. But at least we can keep playing stuff. If we can get through this Nahiri, we can never get rid of Stony Silence. We can never cast our black stuff. Opponent keeps looting. Opponent's going to be finding tons of action because they can just keep discarding lands. Plays a land. Tapped. We could use another plains. What's the best Lightning Helix art? Oh, I don't even know. Path is actually relevant. I guess this is sort of a reason to leave in Paths, because it's a way we can get more planes out of our deck. So hit Nahiri, play Displacer. Well, our opponent can just pay the 2, I would assume. Yeah, Path can get us a plains. What's our opponent have? Anger. Alright. We're gonna sack it. Prevent the damage. We gotta have a faster clock for this Nahiri. Opponent takes up Nahiri to 7. Oh, yeah, Jake got me good in the last Commander Clash. Really good. That backstabbing was brutal. Alright, get in at Nahiri. We're kind of at the point where if our opponent finds a... Oh, man. A Wrath or something, we just... Oh, dear. Alright. Well, our opponent's 1 removal spell away. What's going to happen to Mortal Combat and Darksteel Reactor for Against the Odds? So I think I'm kind of trying the poll in a new way. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but oh no, they didn't discard. All right, Simian Spirit Guide. Our one path is going to let us hit this Nahiri. I don't know if this is actually going to win us the game, but... Man, I would love another Plains. Never trust... That's true. Don't believe his lies. Tomer is so correct about that. Well, unfortunately, we have to path Simian Spirit Guide. Or else Nahiri Ultimates. So against the odds poll, the way I'm thinking of doing it now, at least trying it, is do 2 like themed against the odds polls, either 2 or 3, and then after 2 or 3 theme polls, like last week we did alternate win conditions, this week is infinite combos, have a second chance poll where all the runners up from like the previous 2 or 3 weeks come back. So I think that's a better way to do it. One of the big reasons for the change is I was just running into the problem that we didn't have a lot of good standard options left. So it was challenging to keep finding good standard options. So that's kind of what brought on the change. Well, we just got to keep playing our stuff and hoping that our opponent doesn't draw a Wrath. Just played a version of White Black Hatebears at my local Modern last night, very similar to your list, but instead of one Brimaz and Athreos had 2 copies of Copter. Would highly recommend it. Ooh, Smuggler's Copter does seem pretty sweet. One of the downsides is it's not very great against the Stony Silence, which is currently making our lives miserable, but it does seem like it could be good. Alright. There's the ultimate. I guess we're at a point where we don't just straight up lose to an Nahiri ultimate for an Emrakul. Yeah, that is true. We don't just lose to Emrakul. The bigger problem is, though, I don't know how we win over the long term. I guess eventually we'll draw more planes. Like right now would be sweet. We will never be able to cast Dark Confidant. There's Scythian. Oh, yeah. And we don't even really have fetch lands, so we just gotta kind of hope we draw into our planes. Alright, there's the ultimate. There's Emrakul. There's the attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So we dropped to 5. Instead of last chance, do viewer submitted ultimate against the odds. Ooh, that seems pretty sweet. Okay. Thoughts about Soul Conduit for against the odds could be fun with Angel's Grace or Madcap Experiment. I'm not even sure what Soul Conduit does, so I'm going to have to read that one. Yeah, this mana base is unnecessarily greedy. Like, I don't think there's any reason the deck needs to play as many black-white duels as it does. Alright, that does it. We can't win with a Gideon and a Nahiri out. So, like, look at this deck. And remember, I didn't build this deck. This is an instant deck tech deck. But look at these, look at our mana sources. We have a total of 5 black mana symbols. And we are playing a lot of dual lands. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14 dual lands. So I think that, and I don't know. I'm assuming the reason there's no fetches is Leonin Arbiter. And I guess that kind of makes sense that it's a no-bo if you got to pay 2 mana to crack your own fetch land. However, being able to play like 4 Marsh Flats and be able to search out stuff would help. So I don't know. We could bring in Fracturing Gust. The problem is if it kills Stony Side. Maybe we should, I guess. It kills Blood Moon, which is annoying. It also kills our own Ether Vials. Ether Vial works as... I don't know. Well, maybe the deck just needs to not play so many duels then. Will there be videos or stream of Athreos in the near future? I believe so. Thanks for the host, Joe ABL. It seems likely that it'll be for Mucha Brew next week. Well, we have 3 planes. We just gotta draw them. Oh, yeah. I guess we just bring in... if we bring in another path or 2, at least we can get our planes. So that's probably alright. Alright, let's try that. Do I have any more legacy or vintage content in the works? Not that's coming out in like the next couple weeks. I'm sure we will do more vintage at some point. See, look at all these duels. If one of these was a plains, I don't even know if we can keep this hand, honestly. Is this even keepable? I don't think so. Alright, we're not going to go lower than this. We don't have an Ether Vial. There is no Fragmentize, that's true. There's not really any good artifact removal. Are we ever going to stream Commander? So we've talked about doing Commander Clash live, like as a special episode, so I think that that'll happen at some point. But I don't think it'll ever be like a all-the-time live thing. We are 0-0. This is game 3. How do I fund the card playing Escapades? So, our opponent's going to 5. Not that that means much. Well, we're going to keep second Bob. Bob seems insane. It's not a plains, but it draws us cards. Puts our opponent under pressure, basically makes them kill our Bobs, or hopefully that will draw us into lands. So I have the ability to borrow cards, and I also have a decent collection because I've been playing on Magic Online for quite a while, but I can borrow the cards that I don't have for streaming and videos, which is pretty sweet. It would be really hard to do this if it wasn't for that. Alright, there's Stony Silence. Well, luckily, we get to start drawing cards. Unluckily, we don't draw... Jeez. Well, let's play Forge Tender. Pass the turn. We did not draw a land there off of our Dark Confidant, which is kind of bad. Forge Tender gives us protection against anger, though. Oh, thank you, Mind Sculptor. Oh, my God. Alright, well, this might be the game, unless we draw one of our 3 planes. Yeah, we won game 1. Lost game 2, and look like we're about to lose game 3. Opponent mulls to 5 into... That is, like, the ideal 5 for our opponent. Longtime watcher, bought a shirt a while back, show support. Love what you do and keep doing. Oh, well, thank you. And I appreciate the support with the t-shirt. Oh, yeah. Now this is real magic. If our opponent finds a Wrath, it's just game over. Apparently they haven't found one yet. We could draw a plane someday. Not today. Jeez. Well, so much for being the deck that locks players out of the game. Yeah, maybe that would have been better. Another Blood Moon. I guess it's possible that our opponent just doesn't draw the Wrath for a couple more turns, and we actually just get there with what we have on the battlefield. We could draw planes, but that seems unlikely, because our deck doesn't like doing that. Wow. We can't even draw a land, period. Well, I mean, despite how horrible this is, we kind of have our opponent on a 2-turn clock. Come on, no whammies, 2 turns. Oh, are you for real? Jeez. Man. This is so frustrating. Well, so far we've only played one game with this deck, or one match. And the one thing I can say for sure is this mana base is not correct. We can't Vial because of Stony Silence. Opponent finds a Simian Spirit Guide. I'm not mad at Blood Moon. I don't even think this says anything about Blood Moon. To me, this is just a testament to this deck being poor. The mana base of this deck is poor. Maybe? The thing is, if we played the second Bob, then we would leave ourselves open to our opponent's Anger the Gods, and the deck plays 4 of them. So if they hadn't Anger the Gods, we would have essentially just lost on the spot. Yeah, it doesn't... I mean, I don't think this, I don't think anything we do really matters at this point because of some deck building issues. I mean, we'll run it out. We're dead in 2 turns. We could draw Running Plains and technically be in the game. It's not impossible, not likely, but it could happen. I think the mana base is incorrect. I think that with how this deck is constructed, I don't think there's any reason you have to be this greedy on your mana base. You cannot do anything to your deck in the league. So no fixing it till after the league. The good news is the Blood Moon matchup is the most punishing for this mana base. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is correct. It doesn't feel correct right now, but maybe I'm overreacting to... maybe I'm overreacting to this one matchup that hasn't went well. What's up, 595? Alright, that does it. Even if we draw stuff now, it doesn't matter. Whew, that wasn't good. I'm not going to drop the league and to add 2 basic lands. I mean, the thing is, in most matchups, that's not going to cost us. So it's unlikely that that'll come up again over the course of our league. It would be too bad if we just ran into a bunch of Blood Moon decks. But if I was going to like take this deck to a GP or something, I would probably change the mana base to some extent. I would probably run some Marsh Flats. I understand that it seems weird with Arbiter, and maybe that's being too greedy, but if you're cracking it on turn 1 or turn 2, it's probably okay. And being able to search out a basic Plains would be a huge deal in those matchups. Now we have a basic Plains. After this league, there's... depending on how long the league goes, we might be able to do a game of Momir. Flooded Strand for our opponent. So we'll see. We'll see how long the league goes. But if there's time, we will do a game of Momir to wrap things up tonight. Well, I mean, we could play Fragmentize in the sideboard. Blood Moon is good against Hatebears anyway, and part of the reason you want so many duels... Oh man, is this really another Blood Moon deck? Opponent has Lightning Bolt. I'll play Ghost Quarter. And let's just play Blade Splicer. Use our mana efficiently. There's no cube available right now, Tracy King. Holiday Cube will be out in a couple weeks, and we will probably do a Holiday Cube stream because I really like Holiday Cube. But there's actually no cubes on Magic Online at the moment. Let's attack with both. And I don't think we should give up yet. I think that this deck is actually fine. So I think like the 14th maybe, leagues start again. Or cubes start again. Yeah, I'll play Kytheon. I don't really want to run Dark Confidant out into a Wrath. I'd rather Violet in end of turn. Played a 2-drop and held up Path in case of Blood Moon. Yeah, we already have a Plains though. So I think we're like somewhat okay because of that. Alright, there's the Wrath. Is this really? We really are playing... This is the same deck, isn't it? Ugh. Alright, let's play Zero Avenger, Pester. Cubes are really fun to play. I could see that some people might not enjoy watching them. Cube drafting is about as much fun as you can have playing Magic. This isn't the same opponent, is it? It looks like the same deck, but I don't think it's the same opponent. We're not gonna give up. I think we'll have time to do a game of Momir tonight, so I'm hopeful about that. But I'm not just gonna give up one game into a league. Alright, let's get in with our Avenger. Opponent has a Helix, sure. What's up, Blade Man? Our last opponent was Pee-Pee. Oh, Magic Online. You never know on Magic Online. Opponent plays a land. Plays a Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Takes up Chandra, gets a Wrath. Well, hopefully this Dark Confidant survives. That would be sweet. So, Violin, our Dark Confidant. Really? Well, let's cast a Dark Confidant. Pass the turn. Cinnamon is everywhere this month, so will Mono White Blink. Oh, so Mono White Blink might be better than the Black White version. I guess that's possible. Opponent finds a Lightning Helix. Well, if our opponent is setting us up with a Wrath, that's going to be sad, but... Seems like sooner or later our opponent's going to... Really? Oh my goodness. Opponent has so many removal spells. Kinda infinite. Alright, Vial staying on 3. We draw land. Get in at Chandra. Courtyard and go. Hey, thank you, Mr. Zesty. Yeah, we're pretty protected from Blood Moon. We still can't play our white card or our black cards if we get Blood Mooned. Maybe there's no Blood Moon in this deck. Weird to be playing a basic mountain. Sarkin Dragon Speaker. Okay. Well, Violent Flicker Wisp. Flicker or Flicker Wisp.
All of you go ahead and eat. I'm going to lie down.
Takes up Chandra for mana. Oh my Lord Almighty! Oh my goodness. So we get back Flicker Wisp. Flicker... What's this come in with? 3? This comes in with 4. Alright, Flicker Johnny Vengeant. I mean, we're kind of... Oh, it doesn't come back until end of turn, though. Ugh. Another Vial. That might have been a slight punt. Well, we get to kill Chandra, most importantly. Yeah, they have a lot of Planeswalkers for some reason. Play an Ether Vial. Pass the turn. Opponent gets back there, Johnny. Yeah, maybe this isn't even Blood Moon. I don't know. Mind Stone. Is this like someone that's trying to play Scred Red but not playing Scred or Snow-Covered Mountains? What's up, Robert? Opponent's gonna kill our Flicker Wisp. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is quite literally the worst. Oh, we get to path that thing. Ugh. Jeez. As silly as that sounds, that you wouldn't play a deck because you can't afford a basic land, that could technically be true. Well, Brimaz is a way we can kill this Johnny, and it doesn't die to Lightning Bolt, which is super awesome because... What are they targeting? Oh, he targeted himself? Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I do not know about this. This running. Our opponent just draws Planeswalkers every turn. And did he mine? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription, and Diddy. Let's give a big scoop cheer for our new subscriber. What's my favorite format and my favorite deck in that format? For Constructed, I don't know. In recent times, I really liked the Sphinx's Revelation deck. So let's kill a Johnny. Actually, a Johnny doesn't do anything. So let's hit Nahiri. We get a 1/1. The 1/1 will attack a Johnny. Alright. Play another Vial. Pass the turn. Alright. Alright, we're gonna kill some Planeswalkers. Our opponent will probably just draw more. Oh no, they leave the card on top. Oh my goodness. Takes up a Johnny. Takes up Nahiri. Vial stays at 3. Vial stays at 2. Vial goes to 1. Alright. Well, if we can keep drawing creatures, that's good. So everything at Nahiri, make a 1/1, attacking Nahiri. So Nahiri down, pass the turn. Ah! Alright. Anger of the Gods, okay. Wow, they give up their Johnny to get rid of Brimaz? Alright, well, we'll put in a Seer Avenger. I like the deck, I'm just, what's up, Worship Seth? I do like this deck, and I think it's sweet. I just don't like how that first match went. Ooh, Leonin Arbiter. Okay. Well, let's get in with Seer Avenger. Put our opponent to 19, pass the turn. Having 3 Ether Vials makes our life a lot easier. So there, wait, now, someone tell me how I do Always No. Because I just click Always No. But it's still here. I clicked Always No. So I have to do Always No and Auto Yield? Ah, tricky. But I don't understand this. That did not seem to work the way I imagined. Well, let's get in with Seer Avenger. We might be able to flip a Kytheon. That would be sweet. We do have a we do have Kytheon. Why didn't Jake make a video? What do you mean? Oh, I have to do it for each one. I see. Opponent gets a Scryland. Well, we're gonna empty our hand and try to flip this Kytheon. So, Ether Vial, Arbiter. We have a new subscriber! What's up, Squid Labs? Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for the resub. Pick the perfect night, the 2-2 night for the 2-month resub. Are we actually going to flip a Kytheon in Modern? Oh, that does work. Okay, I didn't know that you could actually do that. Sweet. So, attack with everything. Just whenever it seems like things are going well, something goes wrong. And I didn't pay for our own Sierra Avatar. John, welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for the 2-month resubscription. Big scoops cheer for our 2-month resubscriber. I had to turn off the auto yields because it wouldn't let me do automatically no if it was auto yields. So opponent gets in, down to 14. We got a Violin, this Thalia. So now we gotta do always yield. Now we attack everything. I guess we can attack, alright, attack 2 at our opponent and 1 at Koth. That's probably silly. Let's just send everything at our opponent. Pass the turn. Yeah, we start at 6 on Thursdays. I think we got this, though. Apparently our opponent's not playing Blood Moon. Opponent scoops it up. Ooh, Seagate Wreckage. That would have been sweet. Oh my goodness. So many Planeswalkers. Our opponent's... Oh. Well, at least there's no Blood Moon. No Blood Moon is good. Yeah, it's confusing. 7 on Tuesdays, 6 on Thursdays. Why do we start earlier on Thursdays? So, it originally was to avoid running at the same time as CSL. So that was why it started. And then it's just kind of continued on since then. I guess we can go down a couple paths. Yeah, our opponent does seem to be just red-white Planeswalkers. We didn't see any Blood Moons. See ya, Oswald. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night's sleep. You think there's Blood Moons in the sideboard? Oh, Worship Seth. Jake does playing Pauper. It is also good for European people, so I do like that it helps them a little bit, because 7 o'clock my time is apparently like the middle of the night if you're in Europe. Yeah, Path also kills it. I don't really want to worry. I'm not too worried about Sarkhan. Yeah, Jake does playing Pauper on a bi-weekly basis now. So, every other Thursday. The good news is a new this or that coming out tonight, so that's sweet. Yeah, that's true. Unless it's like a budget deck. Maybe our opponent's playing budget. Alright, so so usually we're starting at like midnight or 1 a.m. And then in Australia it's like morning, right? I've had a couple people from Australia say good morning when we start streaming. Alright, I guess this is fine. Yeah, I'm wondering that, Leesalt. Every time we sideboard, I'm like, oh, we should bring in a Fragmentize or a Disenchant, but nope. No such luck. Well, Concealed Courtyard and Ether Vial. The sand actually seems pretty good against mono planeswalkers. Flicker Wisp is pretty good. Yeah, the episode coming out tonight is my favorite so far. Mountain for our opponent. Well, let's tick up our Ether Vial. Play Godless Shrine. Tapped. Pass the turn. Hey, yeah, welcome, super fast jellyfish. Glad to have you. Tick up our Ether Vial. Play Concealed Courtyard. I don't even think I want to play a Displacer yet. I think it's better to just wait till we have Flicker Wisp available with Vial. And then we can kind of protect it. So many Flicker Wisps. Well, let's play the planes. Play a Eldrazi Displacer. Pestered. Yeah, Ether Vial and Flicker Wisp are super sweet together. Do we do this? I guess. We have so many Flicker Wisps. We could just wait. Oh, Chariot of the, or Char of the Flame. Oh, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for the 2-month resubscription. Big scoop cheer for Char of Flame. Oh, well, welcome, Wisdom Cube. Glad to have you with the live stream. Oh, then we get blown out by, like, a Anger of the Gods. We'll do it, though, I guess. I have reservations about whether this is correct, but I guess it's probably fine. They might not have an Anger, so... if you do exclamation point deck or exclamation point deck list, it'll take you to the deck. Having multiple Flicker Wisps going is really sweet. What's up, Yuchia? Oh, we're just playing some Flicker Wisps. Opponent goes with Nahiri. That is... Oh, I see. Nahiri gets rid of our Ether Vial. Well, the only good news is we get to kill Nahiri, play Ghost Quarter, play Avenger, pass the turn. Now we can use... The combo of Displacer and Flicker Wisp is really sweet. Well, I mean, this is not ideal, but... So we get to flicker... We get to blink our Flicker Wisp with Displacer, then flicker our Displacer, and then it doesn't die. So we get back our Displacer at least. Alright, Godless Shrine, untapped. Play another Displacer. Now the 2 Displacers can also just protect themselves. Hey, thank you, Wolf Dragon Man. Welcome to the stream. Opponent passes. Ooh, alright. Ghost Quarter for the double blinks. Let's attack with both. Activates Needle Spires. Alright, so we will just blink it. Put that Needle Spires back in its place. I don't know, sometimes there's a lot of bots in here and they change their names, so if they get timed out or banned, they like keep going somehow. Yeah, a Wrath can still do it. Nahiri is not going to do it. Alright, so they just tick up Nahiri. Mind Stone, sure. Ooh, I actually like... That is actually a good draw. That means Anger is not an out. I think we're still going to kill Nahiri, though. Seems safest. We're not actually playing Eldrazi in taxes. We just have a couple of Displacers. We should be able to win thanks to Flicker Wisp, I think. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So play Caves. Play Flicker Wisp. Flicker Gideon. Well, this is going much better than our first round went. The deck actually seems sweet. The first round, our mana issues were very frustrating, but this is much better. Opponent cracks their Mind Stone. I feel like we're still in pretty good shape. Well, thank you, Jay Zoller. I appreciate all the work. We have to get more mod support. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. So we are on to 1-1, playing a lot of red-white decks for some reason. So that's cool. Quick reminder, Wizardry Foundry, our stream sponsor, has some sweet Christmas deals going on, so check out their cool deck boxes and stuff. Thanks to them for supporting the stream. Oh, so question for everyone in the chat. Do you know much about Discord servers? Does anyone, what's the general feeling about Discord servers, etc.? Anyone know anything? I do not know much about them, but it's something we've been talking about. Discord is awesome, amazing, cool and good, amazing, great, cool. All right, so everyone likes Discord apparently. So the idea was that maybe we could set up a Discord server, and we wouldn't really use it for like live podcasts and stuff like that, but just as a place for people that are interested in like budget Magic or against the odds, things like that, to be able to like meet up and actually find games. Like if people, if you want to, on Magic Online, it's very easy to be like, oh, I want to play Standard, and I find a Standard game. Or, oh, I want to play Modern, so you find a Modern game. But if you want to play against someone else with a budget Magic deck, or you want to play Frontier, or you want to play an Against the Odds deck or something, it's pretty challenging to match yourself up against someone else that would be playing a similar style of deck. So we were thinking about trying to set one of those up for, mostly for that purpose, as a place for the community to get together and be able to like coordinate games and hang out of other things. So Penny Dreadful, that's another one that would be good for whatever you're interested in but isn't officially supported by Magic Online. Got our mismatch Bobs. They should both be these Bobs. The new art on Bob. You got with the invitational cards. You can't switch. Gonna do voice chat. I don't know. See, I don't know that much about Discord servers and how they work. All right. I guess this is slightly better. Momir. Yes, you could find people for Momir. Any of that stuff. Useful for other formats, that's true. Could set up games in other formats as well. Oh, the Squid Labs, yeah, I'll have to send you a message. We were talking about that, someone that would be able to help set it up, because I don't really know about it, and also, we'll have to figure out mod-type people that are... I mean, you don't have to be in the Discord all day or anything, but people that want mod-type stuff can set up permissions on the channel or voice channels, can have private voice channels and public ones. Interesting. Momir is a super interesting and random Magic Online format that we will probably play a little bit tonight after our league, hopefully. Yeah, it seemed like it would be a good idea. A good way to do it when we aren't necessarily doing a stream or whatever. It would be a place for people to get together. Cool, yeah, I will send you a message, Squid Labs. Thank you. I think we better just play Thalia here. This has got to be Ad Nauseam, I think. Or, like, maybe a weird Griselbrand deck. So Thalia seems relevant. Oh, really? You have a store that has paper, Momir? That's super sweet. I've never known a store that has that. I knew it was possible to play it in paper, but... What are the odds we kill our opponent before they kill us with Ad Nauseam? Probably not super good. Not drawing lands isn't helping. The Red Ship Reef for our opponent. Muncher88, welcome back to the Fishbowl. With the 2-month resub, big scoops cheer for Muncher88, our resubscriber. Yikes. Alright, well, attack with everything. Play Caves. Play... Oh, it doesn't really matter. Play Sierra Avenger. Pass the turn. Oh, I don't think we're going to have enough time is the problem. Maybe if our opponent misses a land drop. Alright. 2 mana Serum Visions. Have I thought of playing Joria, like Momir, but with only spells? I've heard about it, and it sounds really cool, but it's not as commonly played on Magic Online. There's not just, like, queues or anything. So I would be interested in trying it, but Ghost Quarter would be great. No Ghost Quarter. Alright, let's attack with everything. We might have this. So our opponent's down to infect damage, right? Negative life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I mean, all we can really do is play Eldrazi Displacer, so we have Lethal Clock. Play Godless Shrine, tapped. Pass the turn, hope we don't die. Maybe? Is Thalia going to keep us there? Yeah, Flicker Wisp would have been pretty awesome there. Our opponent might not have the mana. Because they missed their land drop, they shouldn't be able to Ad Nauseam, or they're going to need, like, multiple... Thalia's legendary, unfortunately. So we can only play one Thalia at a time. A Ghost Quarter would still be awesome. Caves, Arbiter... Opponent said Thalia. Yup. Thalia thwarting my plans. Yes, she is. Opponent probably has Angel's Grace. No? No Angel's Grace? We just win? Oh, sweet. That was good. What's Stone Hero Giant? I've never even heard of Stone Hero Giant. Mojosto. Oh, Mojosto, you have 3 avatars and you get to use each one. What does the Stone Hero Giant avatar do? I don't even know what that one does. Yeah, apparently we're infect now. Who knew? Huh. Alright, so what are we doing? Random equipment whenever... Ooh, that sounds interesting. Are there any prizes for PD tournaments? Just checked out the website after some of y'all were talking about it. Someone else would have to answer that. I'm not actually sure. Oh, we have a Flying Glow Rider. What's the name of it? Vryn's Wingmare? Something like that? Well, we probably want Canoness. Canoness seems reasonable. And is that all? Just bring in Canoness and go down path? Yeah, Canoness seems awesome here. Yeah, Forge Tender over Kytheon. Is Kataki worth it? What do I think about trying against odds Deep Glow Skate and Atraxa in Modern? Ooh. Or in Legacy, rather. Maybe. Legacy is such a hard against the odds format, but I would try it. Alright, we'll bring in a Kataki. What would we go down? We'd have to go down Beaters. I don't really want to go down Beaters. No Vial? Why no Vial? Oh, if we're bringing Kataki, yeah. We'll bring in one Kataki. Try it like that. That's true. We actually beat, in fact... Ooh, this hand is sweet. Vials, Bobs, Canonist. We have all of our... We have our best cards, our sideboard cards, which is good. Have I ever played Relentless Rats on stream? I have not played Relentless Rats on stream. I would, potentially. Oh, well, welcome, Pelidor. Turn 4 Jace, turn 5 Deep Glow Skate, eventually win by ultimating Jace. The problem, Jace starts with such low loyalty, though. It's not one of those planeswalkers that just, doubles up to ultimate very easily. That does sound sweet, though. I would like to play Deep Glow Skate with Venser. Venser in Deep Glow Skate for the repeated blinking, that seems super awesome. I played a Thrumming Stone Shadowborn Apostle deck for Commander Clash one time. Alright, Vial, ticking up. Ooh, Ghost Quarter? Alright. So, Ghost Quarter, and... let's just get Dark Confidant out there, I think. Pass the turn. We can flash in our Forge Tender with Aether Vial. And need to throw the Oath of Gideon in there as well. Sphinx of Chimes. What do you do with Sphinx of Chimes? I'm not 100% sure. That's like discard cards with a card with the same name? 2 cards with the same name, and you draw a bunch of cards? Is that what that does? Ever make a how-to commander video? I have not, but that would be a good idea. I would. Ooh, this is good. Oh, there's our Athreos, too. Let's see now. Well, let's attack with both. Put our opponent down to 17. Play an Aether Vial. Play a Shambling Vent. Vial in an Arbiter. And we're just going to strip mine our opponent now. We got double Vials going, so I think this is pretty safe. Get rid of the black mana. Oh, there's the combo. 6 mana, 5/6, discard 2 non-land cards with the same name, draw 4. Ooh, that does seem pretty sweet. That could be a good against odds card. Alright, let's see what we get with Dark Confidant. Bob gives us another, another Canonist. Oh, double Canonist. I'm feeling good about where we're at. We're going to leave this Vial on 2 for one more turn. So we can Vial in a Canonist if we need to. Feeling pretty good. Like, we might sort of have this one a little bit locked up. And let's just play another... let's go risky. Play another Bob. Is a question and answer a good idea? I like having worship in the deck. Ooh, that would be sweet. What do you mean, Filthy Casual? Like doing a question and answer session type thing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm just gonna slow roll these Canonists. so we can really get our opponent good. We get a land with Bob, a vial with Bob, put up a vial to 2. And we'll put one up to 3. So many canonists. Ooh, yes. Oh man, Quantum. I've had that happen in the middle of like editing against the odds, and I lose like a bunch of work. So frustrating. I really hate that. Can you vial in a Athreos? I guess? It says creature. Well, alright. So much for the gotcha. Let's just play Canonist. We have... we have our opponent locked all sorts of different ways. Stop on our end step. Vial in a Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp, a land. Actually, I probably should have saved Flicker Wisp to get rid of Phyrexian Unlife, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Opponent suspends Lotus Bloom. Against the odds, Painter's Tutelage. Pay Painter's Servant turn 2, Turtlage on turn 3, cast Probe. That doesn't actually work, though, because Tutelage only does non-land cards. So we can't actually, you can't actually mill the opponent out that way, unfortunately. Yeah, I probably should have flickered the enchantment, but we got paid off because we drew another Flicker Wisp. So we will still flicker the enchantment. Hey, I knew we were going to draw another one. Worth told me. Worth told me it was okay to waste my Flicker Wisp because we were going to draw another one. They could have Phyrexian Unlife here anyway, or Angel's Grace rather, to stay alive. Tag with everything. There's Angel's Grace. Against odds, Mirrorwing Zada Sliver? Huh? Mirrorwing Zada in Slivers? That sounds super spicy. That's true. And pretty soon I will be the greatest player in the world if misplays make you better. Greatest of all time. No one can Pithing Needle a Pithing Needle like I can. We have it. Athreos. Athreos achieved. Well, our opponent still could have played Angel's Grace. Damage doesn't stack anymore or anything. Alright. Maybe our opponent's just going to try to stall out long enough that we die to our own Dark Confidants. That could happen. Yep, add a counter. No. No. Attack with everything. But I mean, Angel's Grace is an instant, though. So if I attacked with everything and flickered, as soon as our opponent saw us flicker, they would just cast Angel's Grace, because it can be played at instant speed. So I don't think that timing actually works. Well, let's play Ether Vial. Play Ghost Quarter. Pass the turn. Does this come down this turn? No. Alright. Well, our opponent's going to need a lot of... Opponent's going to need a lot more Angel Graces for this to work. Does Dark Confidant and Phyrexian Unlife counter? Yes, I assume it would. You could get cards for free forever. Opponent has Sleight of Hand as their only play for the turn. Well, this actually is fine. We can Ghost Quarter our opponent, and that's going to either tap them out or they lose a land. So let's do that. So we do get the free Ghost Quarter, I think. Ghost Quarter, Gemstone. If our opponent... Alright, they let it go. Opponent passes. So many triggers. Land. A million Ether Vials. Yeah, I guess I could attack edge. I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Should attack edge. Fair enough. Attack with everything. Opponent has another Angel's Grace. We will play a Concealed Courtyard. Pass the turn. I don't think we'd gain life, would we? Oh, no, I guess we would. I still don't think we can die here. We could have tech edged, and then we would also have been able to Ghost Quarter, so we could have killed 2 lands. But I think that that would have been better. We're not really punished, though. I don't think our opponent can win through... The thing is, we have so many Ether Vials, even if they, like, bounce our stuff, that still doesn't make them win. I guess we might as well vial in something. It doesn't really matter. We're going to start discarding the hand size if we don't, so put something in. Get a million more Ether Vial triggers. Well, we might be able to win with Flicker Wisp here. Ooh, Ghost Quarter is also good. Let's think about this. We're down to 4. Let's vial in an Arbiter. Attack that Flicker, doesn't matter. It's still an instant. It's still an instant. No matter when they want to cast Angel's Grace, they can still do it. That's the joy of instants. Hit our opponent's land. Fire up Shambling Vents. Oh, I see. After the damage, yeah, that makes sense. I thought you guys were talking about trying to avoid Angel's Grace that way. Big attack. Negative 24. Vial. Flicker Wisp. And this should finally do it. Opponents at negative 24. As soon as Phyrexian Arena leaves the battlefield, our opponent dies. Alright. Whoo, sweet. On to 2-0, or 2-1 rather. We lost that first one in disappointing fashion. What would the advantage be of doing it on our end step? Just so they don't have it for the next turn? What could go wrong there, though? Against the odds, Wall Tribal with Rolling Stones. Ooh, that could be sweet. Tooth and Nail for Iona's Painter Servant is sweet. Emrakul and Xenagos also gets the job done. Flicker Wisp is a super good card. Well, Worship Seth, I guess you are just good luck. And this hand looks pretty awesome. Up against Magical Gatherings. We might actually get a treasure chest open tonight. Oh, we shouldn't open them. It's the wrong play, EV-wise. What are my thoughts on an Against the Odds Christmas special with Villainous Wealth Ramp? Is the season of giving, so give me your deck. That's a good idea. We'll probably do a holiday special of some kind. We did last year. It was horrible. Holiday gift exchange. Whew. Can you take a look at this, please? Sure. Yeah, we'll keep this. This hand's really good. Midnight Rites, Mystic, Thraben Inspector, and Offenza, Jeskai Barricade. Another creature. What's the combo? I'm confused. Pilot, like. Is there an infinite combo here? Or is it just like a cool value deck? It looks interesting, but I'm not sure what the combo is 100%. No! Yeah, Puka's Mischief was involved. Yeah, Thopter Pine Network is awesome. They do a really good job with the holiday promos. Harmless Offering's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Takes our Ether Vial, predictably. Another one? That would be sweet. Infinite Wall combo deck? That's pretty spicy. I've seen a wall combo deck in Pauper. Yeah, Villainous Wealth can be pretty sweet in Cube. Opponent corrects Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, no Chemball. I don't know about Chemball. I think it's a bit expensive for what it does. I think it can be a good sideboard card, but I don't know if it's a great main deck card. Well, let's play Thalia. Pass turn. Midnight Inspector untaps when Barricade enters the battlefield, allowing you to use them with Cryptolith in play to play another... Oh, okay. That makes sense. So you're kind of building your own Nettle Sentinel almost. That's pretty sweet. Opponent cracks another Catacombs. Okay, with Freed from the Real. Yeah, that is a sweet combo. Infinite mana. Opponent plays an Ooze. What do we get? Ugh, so many Thalias. Setting a super janky March of the Machines clue deck, just wondering if I'd seen it yet. I got a bunch of lists I gotta look over, hopefully sometime soon, so I don't think so. But I will make sure to email you back once I look it over. Any thoughts on Modern Panharmonicon? It's just so slow. That's a problem I keep running into, is it just feels slower than it should. I want to play Dark Confidant. Not good use of our mana, though. Could play Displacer. Ooh, I like the Scape Shift Graveyard plan. We played something somewhat like that on Against the Odds at one point. For Christmas, could maybe do Gifts Ungiven for the Scrooges out there. That's a sweet idea. Gifts Ungiven is a really cool card. One of my favorite cards. All right, let's just play Dark Confidant. Not good use of our mana, but I think it's better. Has anyone tried to make an Oath of Nissa deck in Modern with Tron lands? So, Oath of Nissa I've seen play in Modern, but I don't think I've really seen it with the Tron plan. I heard some people talk about that idea, being able to... Oh man, our opponent's going to blow us out. Alright, we just got to take it. If we block, they're going to kill our Bob and then eat our Bob with Ooze, and then everything has gone poorly. We really want to get that Ether Vial down. Ooh, just a Huntmaster? Okay. Well, this is fine. So we get a Bob trigger. How do we work this? Well, let's just Blade Splicer. Make some defense. Played a Nicole Bolas on turn 4? That's... seems good. I mean, I'm sure people have tried it. I haven't seen it anywhere competitively yet. Alright, pass the turn. See what happens. I've seen a green-white Tron list from Oath of Nissa to play the Gatewatch. Elspeth, Karn, Ugin. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it could be really fun. Think of all the huge Planeswalkers you could play. Throw in some, deploy the Gatewatches. Would it be possible to combine green-white Bloodbriar and white-black Fabricate? Yeah. I think you could do that and play like a Abzan deck. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't think that'll be the most competitive way to do it because it's just so easy to play. Ugh. I mean, we gotta do this. This can backfire in many ways, but I think we gotta do this. Hey, what's up, Average Showster? Don't have the bolt? They do. Alright, well, we get 2 for 1. And they took our Flicker Wisp. Dark Confidant gives us another Flicker Wisp. Well, let's Flicker Wisp. Yeah, you could deploy the Gatewatch Tron. Tron Walkers. That's a spicy idea. 164th place is not too is not too comforting, but someone has tried it. That much is confirmed. I want to play green-white Marvel Planeswalkers. Yeah, there's other things you can throw into play with Aetherworks Marvel other than Eldrazi, and Planeswalkers would be sweet. Extra turn spells would also be sweet. Alright, we get back our token. Problem is our opponent's going to get to the point where they can just pass and flip their Huntmaster, and that's probably going to kill us. Opponent goes attacking. Well, let's try it again. Try to get this Tarmogoyf off the table. If our opponent has more removal, they have more removal. Well, our opponent had just seen our hand. I guess we still could have bluffed that we... Actually, no. Our opponent knew our entire hand at that point. Yeah, here's the problem. So, Huntmaster flips, becomes a 4/4, kills probably Blade Splicer. Yep. Puts us to 6. Dark Confidant puts us to 3. Oh, Lord. Alright, so we 1, 2, 3. Play Eldrazi Displacer. Play a Plains. Play a Brimaz. And technically, we're not quite dead yet. But we're really counting on our opponent having literal nothing, and that does not seem likely. We played the Flicker Wisp that we drew, so I think our opponent knew that, but maybe I'm misremembering it. Opponent has Terminate, and that does it. All right. We weren't dead on board before Terminate, I don't think. Jund, eh? Well, we probably want Dismembers, and that's like all we really have for Jund. I think that game would have went very differently if our opponent didn't have turn 1 Thoughtseize on our Aether Vial. That was the problem. Well, Huntmaster was going to flip back around into a 2/2, though. Right? And then flip back around and hit us for, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is fine. How about Goats in Modern? Goats could be cool for like super casual gameplay, but it's pretty much impossible to make a competitive Goat deck. You could do it for like against the odds, probably. We have a new subscriber, Sir Bastianham. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you so much for your subscription. Let's give a big scoop steer for Sir Bastianham. Do I like Whataburger? I live on the East Coast. We don't have Whataburgers. I've heard of them, but I've never actually eaten at a Whataburger. I probably would like them. I like burgers, so I expect that I would. Make Goats so competitive that people start playing Goat Napper in the sideboard. That would be sweet. Have I heard of a multicolored ritual, Chancellor and Gemstone Caverns? I don't know what that is. I have not heard of that. Alright. We get to play first. Ugh. Alright, well, we got a path, and we're going to get a vial down. Could you dry ice me a Whataburger? I guess so. I don't know if I would eat food that was dry iced across the country. Maybe. Alright, Caves of Koilos. Get down our Aether Vial. Pass the turn. This hand isn't great, but I feel like the following statement is undeniable. If they just ban the 25 most common Modern cards, the format would be way more fun, cool jank everywhere. Where is Blood Moon on the list? Is that in the top 25? As long as Blood Moon is safe, then that's fine. The problem right now is there's so many fast decks that if you ban one, the other ones are still there and they're still fast. Opponent has a Dark Confidant. This is going to work out, though, because we're going to be able to Vial in a Leonin Arbiter and then just Path Dark Confidant. So that's pretty good. So Vial's ticking up to 2 and 1. So, yeah, let's just do it now. Aether Vial, Leonin Arbiter. And then pay a life, just Path Bob. Opponent does not get to get a land. The greatest removal spell in the history of Magic. Play a Shambling Vent, pass turn. Best fix for Modern, don't change anything. Ooh. I think I want unbannings more than I want bannings. Twin, I would be on board with unbanning Twin. I think, I have a hard time with Simian Spirit Guide being banned, but it's probably just because it hurts interesting decks that I enjoy. Alright, there's a Liliana. Takes up Liliana. Well, let's discard the Godless Shrine, I guess. We don't really need lands too much with double Ether Vial. Although I wouldn't mind drawing a land so we can fire up Shambling Vat and kill Liliana. That would be sweet. Take up our Ether Vials. I don't think we can unban literally everything. I'm down with unbanning a lot of stuff, but not literally everything. Ugh, this went bad. Drawing another 3-drop was like the last thing we wanted. Well, get in with our Leonin Arbiter. Opponent plays a Verdant Catacombs. Would have been much better if this Brizam was a 2-drop. Now we're probably going to just have to discard it, unfortunately. Or maybe we should have kept the land and discarded Blade Splicer. If I knew I was going to draw Brimaz, I would have discarded Blade Splicer, kept the land, and went that way. But what would I unban? So at the top of my unbanning list would be Jace, would be Bloodbraid Elf, would be Stoneforge, assuming we ban Batterskull. I think you'd have to do both. Splinter Twin would be on the top of my list. I think those 4 are like my top 4 that I would be okay with unbanning. You're not allowed to cast things when you have Ether Vials. Actually, I'm kind of hoping that our opponent ticks down to kill our Arbiter. Although they probably won't now because they're going to be ashamed of how that went. Takes it up. Yeah, probably would have been better just to cast one of them. I guess you can consider that a punt. Our opponent didn't tick down Liliana. Luckily, our opponent banned too. Or punted too. Alright, always know, always yield. I'm learning how to play Magic Online. Always know, always yield. That was a good draw. And our opponent still can't get a land. The monkey's coming! Oh, that was such a good draw. I almost don't want to kill Liliana. Oh, our opponent's gonna bolt. Opponent. Learning. Which is better, Black-White Hatebears or Eldrazian Taxes? Probably Eldrazian Taxes. I mean, it's more popular. This is a much more under-the-radar deck. I think this top-8'd in IQ or something is where we got the list from. It could have been from Magic Online. I don't remember exactly. Opponent keeps drawing those Goyfs, of course. Alright. It's a 5-0 from Moto? Alright. Yeah, I think Eldrazian Taxes is probably still better, though. Oh, sweet. I think this deck is cool, but I would want to see more finishes before I would say it's as good as Eldrazian Taxes. No doubt. Aye. That's not good. What's our opponent have? Well, thank you, Scratch. I appreciate the cheering. I don't know if it's going to matter, but... opponent has Chandra. Takes up Chandra. Puts us to 12. Goy fits us. Oh, boy. Yep. Goy fits us down to 7. We put a Bob into play. What do we get? We need something good off this Dark Confidant. Oh, man. The worst. Unfortunately, drawing a land was good. Drawing a tap land is very not good. How do I feel about Elves in Modern? I think Elves is a good tier 2 deck. That's my opinion of Elves in Modern. Alright, let's path it. I mean, we're kind of staying alive here. Opponent takes up Chandra. Gets an Abrupt Decay. Do they have more removal spells in their hand? Do we draw a creature? We are going to lose our Bob. Oh, they got to have removal spells. We draw a land. Well, I mean, I think we have to do this. I don't think this is going to work out, but I don't think we have a choice. Shambling Vent. Go at Chandra. Where's the Bolt? Opponent has Terminate. Yeah, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Jumped into Modern this week and got double turn 2 killed by Infect. I know how it feels. Yeah, that's Infect for you. Any chance of a Polymorph against the odds deck? Yeah. I think we could potentially do a Polymorph against the odds deck. At least put it on the poll. Well, we're pretty close to just losing to the Chandra. Also Raging Ravine. I think this means... Well, I guess Flicker Wisp can theoretically keep us alive. That's our one... Like, Flicker Wisp into Flicker Wisp into Flicker Wisp. I think that's our only somewhat out. Yeah, there's been a lot of Chandras. Down to 2. And opponent draws an Ooze. Oh my goodness. Yep. Well, Flicker Wisp is the only card that even buys us a turn. Alright. Well, I guess this is it. It all comes down to one more match for our league tonight. For a single treasure chest. Round 5. I think we played, what, 3 Chandra decks out of 4 rounds? This has been a very odd league matchup-wise. Playing a lot of, like, very just weird matchups. Alright, we'll keep. Well, here's Tron. Good lord. Say goodbye to our hopes for a treasure... Oh. I don't know what's happening now. But I tend to think that our chances of winning treasure chests is over. 3-2 followed by a game of Momir would have been possible. Thanks for the host, EPSU. Well, our opponent whiffed on a land. That's a good sign, somehow. Let's play Caves. Get in with Kytheon. Average Toaster! Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for the resubscription. Big scoops cheer for Average Toaster. Yeah, I guess this is, and guess what white deck isn't playing Stony Silence in the sideboard? Oh, the one white deck in all of Modern that decided not to play Stony Silence. Is Kytheon going to be a staple in Modern? Probably not. Ghost Quarter would be awesome. I would love a Ghost Quarter here. Alright, well, let's go attacking. I mean, I guess we just try to kill our opponent as fast as possible. Our opponent whiffing on lands is certainly helping. Concealed Courtyard. Blade Splicer. This comes down this turn, right? Yup, our opponent's getting a Lotus Bloom this turn. Well, they only have one land, though. Still... I don't think Tron is necessary for this deck to win. Although, it's going to be hard for them to win with one land. They can, like, play... Wow, are they just going to Ironworks off their Lotus Bloom? Wow, okay. So they're going to crack Expedition Map, get a tower, and then Sylvan Scrying for the other Tron piece? Is that what's happening? Yeah, I'm not used to green in eggs. Oh, maybe this is just Tron. Our opponent's playing a free spell? Okay, MR Panda! Thank you so much for the 2-month resubscription. Big scoops cheer for our resubscriber. Come on, Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter, Ghost Quarter. Well, attack with everything. Put our opponent down to a low life total. Flip our Kytheon. Yeah, I am very confused as well. Is there anything reasonable we can do here? Not really. We can play a Splicer. I mean, Oblivion Stone gets us regardless. We can Flicker Wisp. Well, let's put the pressure on. Flicker Wisp. Targeting our Blade Splicer. Make Bob indestructible. Play a Caves. Pass the turn. Alright. Well, let's see. Do they just... They gotta rip the Tron piece off the top. Oh my... Oh my lord. Are you for serious? Really? Really, really, really? That's really a thing that just happened. I feel like we're getting trolled. I think we're getting trolled. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Well, come on, Ghost Quarter. Jeez, that is so ridiculous. Ugh. What do we do? Do we have to Path Spells Guide, I guess? Yeah, I guess. I guess we just gotta reload and hope for the best. Hope we hit a Ghost Quarter. Man, they whiffed on those lands and peeled exactly the right Tron piece, exactly that turn. And we draw nothing. Get in with Dark Confidant. Play a Plains. Play Blade Splicer. Play Seer Avenger. Pass the turn. Wow. I think we had to, though, so we could get... in damage there. I don't think we can just let the Spellskite sit out and block us. Well, we don't have lethal with just Splicer if our opponent has like a Karn though. That's one of the things our opponent would play would be a Karn, and like Karn kill Golem token would leave us a point short of having a point of damage short from actually killing our opponent. So I think it's better to go one more there. World Breaker isn't going to do it, opponent. Okay. Well, I guess that kind of does it. Well, no, it doesn't. Because we can Eldrazi Displacer. What do we get off Dark Confidant? Alright. Godless Shrine, untapped, and Eldrazi Displacer. Eldrazi Displacer, blink the World Breaker. Alright, we got there. Whoo! Alright, we survived. Unfortunately, we don't really have anything in the sideboard for Tron. Walls are better in Pauper than in Modern. That is very true. Yes, I know I lost a life off the Pain Land. I don't know if I deserve to get punted for that. I mean, it is a punt, but as far as rankings of the punts, that's definitely much less punty than Pithing Needle, Pithing Needle. Hey, what's up, Bransom? One more win and we get to open a treasure chest. I mean, I guess we got to bring in Kitaki. Wow. Wait, is he locked though, Jay Welsh? He's got to be. He must be locked for Players Championship. I think, probably. It seems crazy that Joe would skip the players or skip the invitational if he wasn't locked for Players Championship. I guess that's true, Scratched. A punt's a punt's a punt. Yeah, that's true. But still, we don't have... Yeah, maybe Kitaki's not worth it. Do we just run it back then? I mean, it kind of keeps our opponent from having stuff sit out. I mean, I guess we just run it back then. None of this other stuff does anything, so... Planning on making Esper or Dimir mill deck in Modern to make up for running 2 against the odds this week. 2 against the odds this week? I'm confused. Well, we have Tech Edge and Ghost Quarter, which are good, and an Ether Vial. Ancient Stirrings for our opponent. Oh, whoever asked... I'm having a good day, I think. I don't know why I seem off, but apparently. But I think I'm doing well. Kitaki does stuff because they can't color fix for their sorcery speed spells. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's also true that they don't leave that many things just sitting on the battlefield. Alright. Ether Vial, go. That's true. If they only have 1 forest, then we do have Strip Mine, and that should be really good. Yeah, Mono Blue Mill was so bad. Alright, there goes our Ether Vial. There's a tower. And Expedition Map. Well, the good news is Thalia should be really good here. So, Thalia, go. I think Brad Nelson needs to top 4, Todd Anderson top 8, or Todd Stevens top 16. Alright. All of those things happen? Oh, well, welcome, Leo. Glad you're catching the live stream. We don't have any dismembers in the main, actually. Well, let's get in with Thalia. What did our opponents search? They searched for the mine. Well, let's Ghost Quarter and just Ghost Quarter the tower. Does our opponent have a land? Alright, our opponent is playing an interesting build of Tron. Sylvan's Scrying for our opponent. Searches out the tower. Plays a power plant. Oh, well, let's get in with Thalia. Play Tech Edge. Tech Edge. The power plant. Pass the turn. There's Sylvan's Scrying for our opponent. Jeez, our opponent is going to have Tron no matter what we do. Good lord. Alright, play the Bob. I saw a mono blue infinite turn deck you should play for against odds. I think we played something like similar to that, at least, on stream at one point. It was pretty sweet. Yeah, our opponent, I don't know what our opponent's deck is. We've seen multiple basics. We've also seen Lotus Bloom, which is very odd. Alright, opponent has World Breaker to get our Shambling Vent. So I really don't know what this deck is, what kind of Tron deck this is. I do know that we're flooding like crazy. Well, because they killed our land, we get to play Concealed Courtyard untapped. That's something. Oh boy. You've won 2 PPTQs with mono blue turns? That's pretty sweet. Our opponent, so they're mono green Tron? I really don't know what's happening. Opponent has World Breaker. Hey, it's our Concealed Courtyard. Oh my lord. Opponent passes. Dark Confidant gives us Displacer and Vial. Well, play Ghost Quarter. Play an Ether Vial. For 2 mana. Pass the turn. Yes, maybe Ghost Quartering earlier would have been better. Tower, power plant. No, I guess we'll hit the tower. I don't know what this is. Really? There was no notification today? I know I sent it out. With MTG Goldfish adding Frontier as a format, am I going to be putting out any video content of that format? Our opponent has Tron, of course. Again, still. Oh my lord. Our opponent is very good at putting together Tron, apparently. Huh, Shady Shrek. I do not know why that would be. That's very odd. Paths would be good. Double path here off Bob. And our... no paths. Well, let's do some attacking. So, as far as Frontier content, there's a chance that I, like, play a test... Okay, a Fog. There's a chance that I play, like, a test match against Richard sometime or something. But as far as doing, like, weekly video series or anything, that seems pretty unlikely at this point. The biggest problem with Frontier, as far as content, is it's not supported on Magic Online. So it's not like you can just record a Frontier League or something. I don't know what to expect from this deck. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on in this. No idea what's going on with this Tron deck. Yeah, I can't even be upset. I just have no clue. No clue what's going to come out of our opponent's hand next. Opponent goes attacking. Probably got a chump here. I don't think we can go to 3 because of Dark Confidant. Opponent passes. Are they going to fog us again? Is this like Tron fog? Oh, alright, so let's see. Well, let's attack for 5. Leave back Thalia to block. Play Concealed Courtyard. Pass the turn. What's my opinion of Frontier? So, Frontier doesn't especially appeal to me right now. I think it could get better, maybe, as more sets get into the format. But for right now, it just doesn't especially interest me. So we'll see. I mean, things could change as new sets come out, but right now it just feels very small. It feels like a lot of standard decks that I was waiting to rotate, so it's just not something that I really am interested in playing right now. But like I said, that could get better as the format grows with new sets. What do we have now? Worm Coil. Alright, well, we really need to draw a path. We really need path here. Brimaz and nothings. Alright, so play Leonin Arbiter. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. I mean, Torrential Gearhulk for dig through time seems sweet. Uh-oh. 10 mana. Alright. Well, that's good enough. Okay. Well, I have no idea what's happening in this match. No clue. Well, all these songs have been by Freak Fandango Orchestra. So we get one more game to win our treasure chest. Yeah, no shuffling. I think that would have some unintended consequences that you didn't really like. I think that the main thing people say that for would be like no fetch lands, but you don't want to get rid of Search for Tomorrows and Rampant Growth and Path to Exile. Like, you're getting rid of entire Sakura Tribe Elder. You're losing a lot of non-fetch land cards that make decks work. If you look through, like, the decks, you would lose Ghost Quarters, you'd lose a lot of stuff in that format. Alright, this hand is very unkeepable. This hand is probably worse. I think we're going to 5 here. Alright, we'll try it. Leonin Arbiter to the top, I guess. Plains and Ether Vial. Pestered. There's a new This or That coming out tonight, Scratched, and it's a sweet one. It's my favorite episode so far. Opponent has Expedition map. Are we just gonna get nut drawn by Tron this game? Play an Arbiter. If our opponent somehow doesn't have a second land, Arbiter is pretty awesome. I'm so confused. A Vial ticking up. Ooh. Well, that's not bad. Well, that's Violent Thalia. Maybe we can just get the tempo win here. Our opponent needs 2 more lands before they can start cracking expedition maps. And we could draw into a Ghost Quarter. That's not... That's not what I'm basing my reasoning on. I think the flavor of the match was really awesome. And that's one of the things I really liked about this match. Alright, let's attack with both. I'm feeling like we might have a chance. I think we maybe possibly have a shot. Put our opponent to 16. Pass the turn. Now we can Violent Brimaz. We might be opening a chest, boys and girls. Only one, but we might be getting there. So Ether Vial in Brimaz. Vial stays on 3. I think we're getting it. I think we're gonna squeeze out this 3-2 over Tron. Attack with everything. Because we can Violent Flicker Wisp at the end of our turn. And this should do it. I think this did it. We get to roll the dice on a chest. 1 chest. Oh, I think we got there. Whew. Yes! All right. 1 chest. We got our 1 chest. We got our ticks back. Oh, thank goodness. I was not feeling confident. I didn't play the second game against Tron very well, but we got there with a pretty good draw in the third game. So this league was interesting. We played a ton of Blood Moon decks, and I still think. Here, let's go back to the collection. I think there's enough Blood Moon decks in this format that I might want slightly more basic lands than this. I think the deck can get by either playing some fetches so it can search out basics, or cutting down like a couple Concealed Courtyards for more basics. So that was my big takeaway, but the deck functioned pretty well. Whether or not it's better than Eldrazi and Taxes, I'm still not really sure. I would have to get more results with it. A couple of other things that kind of showed up in yeah, we need some anti-fog tech. A couple other things is maybe the sideboard could be improved. I like the everything's a creature Hatebear plan, but there's an argument that just like Rest in Peace might be better than Jailer. Stony Silence is probably better than Kitaki, especially with Tron running around. It's nice to be able to bring in answers to Tron as well in Stony Silence. So the sideboard could be improved, maybe some disenchants, and there's a surprising lack of removal and ways to interact with the opponent. No Thoughtseizes in the entire list, no Inquisitions, no Duresses. So I could imagine that we could run into trouble with certain combo decks and just get overwhelmed. So I think the sideboard could use some slight changes. But overall, I think the deck went fairly well considering the matchups that we played. So I think that was pretty sweet. Athreos was not super impressive, but otherwise, and Athreos is only a one of. I think we only had it on the battlefield once. So anyway, that's our league. So let's crack this chest, crack our single chest, hope to get lucky. Come on, we can do this. And then Tide Hollow Scholar is another good possibility. Maybe even over Thoughtseize and stuff. Yeah, I don't know about Kytheon. The deck could probably... A possibility would be to just cut Kytheon and play discard in that slot as your turn 1 play. That's what a lot of these decks play is don't play any 1-drop creatures really, and then use that slot to play Thoughtseize and so forth. So, all right, let's crack this chest. 1 chest to open tonight, and then we will have time to do a game of Momir on the way out. Oh, a new subscriber, Wild Woot. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for the 2-month resub. Big scoops cheer for Wild Woot. All right, here we go. Port time. Do we have the port? Come on, something good. Huh? What? Seriously? The old no rare chest? Really, chest? Is Ranker must be on the... Ranker must be on the cultivated list. Or curated list, yep. So, well, we get a lot of uncommons. That's sweet. Usually these are commons. I like Arborback, the standard Thragtusk. I like Nibblegast, the standard Pestermite. But I'm not sure about Ranker as our rare. A little bit disappointing. Oh, well, welcome, awesome dude. And thanks for making the time to stop by, even if it's late. Well, we would have been better off selling our chest. Yes, Ranker is theoretically our rare, even though it's not a rare. Ay. It does feel bad to hit the curated list card, which is kind of rare already, to hit any curated list card and then end up with a Ranker. That's kind of disappointing. Because you want to win when you hit a curated card because it's already rare, so... there's no cube on Magic Online, but we can wrap up the stream tonight with a match or two of Momir. So, was there anyone that I had promised from before you were at the top of the list? If not, Mazuch, then you can challenge me. Buffy5, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Let's give a big scoops cheer for Buffy5, our new subscriber. Alright, well, no one spoke up, so Timothy gets the match. Let me pull up the overlay, if I can figure this out. So, Momir overlay incoming. Alright. Hordrick, you just have to ask, basically. So... if you just kind of call it, then you're at the top of the list. There's no real official list. It's just like, hey, I want to play Momir. And I'm like, hey, cool, let's do it. Should play Flottery, eh? That's where you can only make 7 drops, or go up to 7 drops and keep making 7 drops. Could be a fun idea. Well, let's see what Magic's randomist format has in store for us tonight. Mountain, go. Why would I make an overlay for Momir? A lot of people don't know what Momir does, so I wanted to have the avatar up there so people could read it. You'd be amazed. People really like Momir, but a lot of people don't really know it, but it is pretty popular. 2-drop, Fellhide Brawler. So 2/2 for 2, can't block unless we find another Minotaur. I think that's below replacement level for 2-drops. Being able to block is nice on your 2-drops. Making mana is nicer. Our opponent gets a... Oh my goodness! 3-powered flyer, essentially. That's actually pretty good. Flyers are super hard to beat. Hey, see you, Fire Zero. We'll be back on Tuesday with another one. Counter a non-creature spell by discarding a card. I think whoever said it, whoever asked first would be next on the Momir list, Tyler. We'll see if we get to another one tonight. It'll depend on how long this game goes. Does 2 damage to a creature player and doesn't untap during your next untap step. Ravika Wizard Savant. Not as good as Venser Wizard Savant. Actually, that's Shaper Savant. Close, though. No, I am not opening Kaladesh packs. That is a very bad idea. You can sell them for like 2.5 ticks right now, and you get like 0 value for most of them. The EV on those are really bad. So usually play more mountains and swamps because there's a lot of good activated abilities that come with those colors. So that's the biggest reason. And then you also want to minimize your opponent being able to land walk on you. So those are the two biggest reasons. Yeah, Azorius Guild Mage is awesome, but there's so many 2-drops. There's, I don't even know, in the thousands, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 2-drops in Magic. It's a very populated number. Probably not 3,000, but there's a lot of 2-drops. So your odds of hitting any specific one are so low that that strategy really doesn't work. It would be sweet, though. You can also hit a Phyrexian Revoker at 2 mana, which does the same thing. So I guess there's more than one 2-drop that is just you win the game, essentially. But I don't think that's enough to put the odds in favor of it. Well, at least we got a flyer to slow down these beats. We got the Aven Flock. Yeah, I thought this was banned. Opponent's going to shoot down our 4-1. Okay. Would be interesting featuring a 4-card combo in Modern that is... would I be interested in featuring a 4-card combo in Modern that is surprisingly playable? Geez, our opponent is good at getting flyers. Ugh. And it gets to detain our flyer, so we're taking a big beating. Apparently a Revoker can name Momir. At least that's what I've heard. So I believe it is true. What is the 4-card combo? Potentially. I guess it would kind of depend on what the combo actually is. Maybe the avatar's a card? Doodle Bomb! Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber, Doodle Bomb. Jeez. We are getting some really bad ones. 6-drop is Inescapable Brute. A nice 3/3 for 1,000,000 mana. Muddle the Mixture. Is that, oh man, our opponent gets a Horrent Overlord. Our opponent's getting much better creatures than us. Our opponent has had the insane curve of flyers. Almost everything is flyers. Have I tried the 2 Scale Lord combo? I have brewed up a list for it, but I haven't actually played it yet. So, I think we'll get to that at some point. Blighted Agent, Might of Old Krosa, Mutagenic Growth, Noble Hierarch. Yeah, that gets it done. Yeah, I don't know. Our opponent's much better at getting flyers than us. Come on! Oh my goodness. Well, that be the game, boys and girls. Actually, yeah, that's the game. Wow, that was the ultimate flyer curve. That was pretty impressive. Necrotic Ooze, Devoted Druid, Morsel Hoarder, and Scholar of Athreos, Infinite Life Drain. Oh, that sounds pretty spicy. What pieces do you have to have on the battlefield? Or do you have to have all those on the battlefield, or can you do it from the graveyard with Ooze? If a creature transforms, can my opponent counter it? No. I mean, they could counter it with like Stifle or something, but you couldn't use like Counter Spell or Dissolve or something to counter it. Alright, we'll keep. Oh yeah, I have a hard time checking messages while I'm streaming because it comes up over the stream, so I try not to pull up messages people send me during stream, just because don't want to have it be all over the stream. Yeah, summary dismissal does it. Oh, I mean, if you're unmorphing, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking, like, flipping to the backside like a werewolf in standard. But if you're unmorphing, then, yeah, it's not going to be countered. You are correct, Scratched. Alright, Mountain, and we're going to make a 2-drop. Let's see if we can get our Phyrexian Revoker for the win. Instead, Drudge Beetle. At least our 2/2 for 2 can block this time. Hatebears, even when we're playing Momir. Is Junk still good in Modern? It's okay. Like Abzan, essentially, is what I assume you mean. And it's okay. I think Jund is the more popular of the two right now, but it's playable. For 3, our opponent gets more flyers. At least this one dies when it attacks or blocks. The Fog Elemental. Well, let's just trade off our 2/2s. Stratus Answer counters an Angel's Grace. Ooh. That's a good call. At the beginning of your end step, if it's equipped, transform it. Ugh. Just a Hill Giant. There's no backsides on our tokens. I think that Jund has a bigger metagame percentage. That's what I was going by. I think by the numbers, I think more people are playing Jund. Should Second Sunrise be unbanned? That seems doubtful. The problem with Second Sunrise isn't that it's too good. It's not too good. It's just too boring. I think really that's the reason why it's banned. Jeez, we get some, good lord, Charging Slate Black, Slate Back, 3/4, can't block. We just curve out with some very, very below powered creatures. What flyer will our opponent get this time? Alright, is it Chronarch is a whiff? Pretty much as bad as Charging Slate Back. What do I think of Docent of Perfection, Final Iteration? That's a card that I've started or thought about brewing around. The Fox. I've thought about and started brewing around a few times, but never really been able to make it work in Standard. I think it's okay, but it's just, it's a little slow for Standard. You gotta wait till 5 mana, then you gotta untap with it to really get the value. But it seems absurd if you do get to 5 mana and untap with it. It is super powerful. So I haven't found the way to really abuse it in Standard yet, though. But I like it as a card and hope that I'll play a deck with it eventually. Phyrexian Colossus. Doesn't untap. Pay 8 life. Untap. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Okay. That's big. I don't know if it's good, but it's big. How does turn 3 Emrakul by playing Shadowborn Apostle sound? Sounds pretty spicy. Does that involve, like, exiling them with, what's it called? Like, extirpate, essentially? I think I've seen something like that before. You, like, extirpate all those from your deck, which gets you low enough on cards that you can do it with the blue hideaway land. Is that the plan? Has anyone ever submitted a Mortal Kombat deck to me for against the odds? I have a spicy one. I don't think anyone actually has. I think that Mortal Kombat will likely win against the odds at some point soon. Sheldock Isle, thank you. So opponent's gonna do some blocking. Well, we're gonna just like wrath our opponent's board essentially. because that thing sacrifices itself. So, alright. Bunch of stuff dies. We still have a Bloodfire Colossus. Have I started brewing a Mono Black Panharmonicon deck you talked about during the Evolutionary Pan deck? Yes. Oh no. Bearer of Heavens. Interesting. Well, you probably don't want to kill that. I looked at it, and I don't know if it can work in Standard. All the good black enter the battlefield abilities are like 4 to 8 mana. Or 4 to 6 mana. So it's very difficult to make the curve actually work in... Should I kill the bear just to see what happens? Restart the game? Alright. Sure. Why not? Wouldn't it be funny if it destroyed Momir too? Destroyed the avatar? And we just had to sit here for infinity? I've never seen a Bear of Heavens die in Momir before, I don't think. Alright, well, this should be bad. I guess we're kind of ahead. It'll be interesting to see at what mana cost people start playing spells. This is it's weird to restart at 0 mana with 0 cards in hand. Oh, our opponent's gonna go aggro. Oh, is this what it's gonna be like? Oh, and it's a permeating mass. Okay. Well, we're not gonna buckle for a permeating mass. Alright, opponent gets in for 1. Down to 19. The 0-drop plan. We tried 0-drop Momir before. That was a disaster. Opponent's gonna mass us up. Oh. Opponent's still playing stuff. Mardu, Skull Hunter. Coffee Eldrazi! Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber, Coffee Eldrazi. Alright, let's make a 4-drop to put an end to this attacking shenanigans. Target player discards a card at random, activate it only during your turn. Ooh. Predator Ooze, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for Predator Ooze, our new subscriber. Alright, we'll get masked up. Oh, mass, the gift that just keeps on giving. Bonabasses. Well, let's keep playing lands. I really would like to get back to playing 8-drops, so land go. Yes, as 0-drops, it is either 0-powered creatures primarily, and occasionally a 1-powered creature here and there, like Memnite. But a high percentage of them. The good one is Dryad Arbor, because it can make mana, but all the rest of them, I think maybe one of them has power, and then all the rest of them are 0-powered in various ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 2 more turns. 2 more turns, and we can start making creatures. Hey, thanks for the sub, Predator Ooze. Definitely appreciate it. It was not fun. It seemed like a good idea at the time, and then once we started to play the game, it was super bad. When are we going to stream Commander Clash? So I think hopefully at some point we will do a special episode of... Oh, jeez, our opponent. Are you for real? Oh my goodness. I think at some point we can do a special episode, hopefully, of Commander Clash that's live. But I don't think it'll... Ooh. Oh, goodness. This game keeps going. All right. So, that. Well, I guess it sort of hurt our opponent more than it hurt us. I am full-time Goldfish. I am the content manager at MTG Goldfish. Super awesome job. I love it. I get to play so much Magic. So our opponent's down to 3 lands. We're still at 6 lands. We got to deal with the Hellkite, though. That Hellkite is going to kill us in not that long of a time. And our opponent can pump it, so he can hit us for like 7. We're going to need a flyer, which means we're going to have to just make drops, I think. Okay. No, don't know why you wouldn't just pump all the way. Oh. It kills our mass? Okay. Well, let's make a 6-drop. Hope we get a flyer. We have 2 turns to find something that deals with that Steel Hellkite. Well, if things go badly, we can just exile our entire library. I have killed myself with Leveler before. Ha! Oh. Yep. Opponent gets a Jorgabard. Gets in with Steel Hellkite. 5, 6, 7. All right, we gotta hit a flyer. We gotta hit a big flyer. Flyer or bust. And it's a Snowhorn Rider. Oh dear. No luck in Momir. Who's my favorite MTG YouTuber streamer? Jeez, that's such a hard question. There's a lot of content producers that I enjoy. Good game, Timothy. Thank you. Thank you for the match. Good game, good game, good game. What's up, Lance? Yep, I make videos and then watch them in my spare time. That's always been my days off. Watching all the videos I made for the week. Oh, this was Momir, the super random format on Magic Online. Oh. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. So, let's see. We have this or that. Alright, a standard? I don't even know if I have any standard decks. I don't. Sorry, Operative Gridlock. I don't even have standard decks built that I can play. Unfortunately. I'm not going to crack more packs. I can't. The value is just too loosey. Hatebears went 3 and 2, so not horrible, but not great. But it was reasonable. So let's see. We have this or that coming out tonight. It is a super awesome this or that. It is my favorite episode yet. I think we're starting to hit our stride. So make sure to check that out. It's my favorite one that we've done so far. And then, of course, all the regular stuff through the weekends with articles and all that stuff. And then we'll be back on Tuesday for another sweet league. I don't know what we will be playing exactly, but something fun. Anyway, some reminders on the way out the door. Don't forget the MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube, where you can find out all the old streams, including this stream, tomorrow, or yeah, probably tomorrow it should be up. So check that out, subscribe to that. If you're looking for some sweet holiday gifts, check out the merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, and new merch coming soon. I don't know why it's not up already, but it should be up. It should be up shortly. So, and of course, one more shout out to Wizardry Foundry, our awesome stream sponsor. Thank you to them for their support. If you're looking for more Christmas gifts, they have a holiday collection with some really sweet deals. So check them out. They have a gift guide up and some really unique presents, high-end deck boxes and stuff, which are really, really nice. So thank you to them. This or That is coming out tonight, so probably in like an hour from now. So we'll be back on Tuesday with another stream. Keep up on the site in the meantime for articles and this and that like an hour from now. So you all are super awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will talk to you soon.